morning, friends out there. It's Helen here, just popping in to show you one of my newer projects that I haven't probably shown you much yet. This is called 47 Lacey Street, and it's a project I designed for a gathering I did at Whyalla a few months ago. Now, Whyalla is in a little town, a mining town, or a metal town, mining town, in South Australia. It's a bit out of nowhere, but I actually have a childhood connection to it. My mother's auntie who raised her lived there, and we used to go and visit her all the time. And yes, her house, for some reason, her address is stuck in my mind forever, was at 47 Lacey Street. So hence the name of the bag, 47 Lacey Street. And when I was over there, we did go for a little drive and found the house, and it is still there. I didn't really remember it or recognise it. But the house is still there. So sometimes it's really hard to choose names for bags, and if I can come up with something that's a bit memorable, I might remember what name each project is. So it was made from the gorgeous Tilda fabrics, and I'm going to go blank on what range it is, but it came out woodland range. And so on the back, it's got English paper piecing using our iron-on leave-in papers. So we've used honeycombs, or the Lucy Boston shapes here, and then 1-inch squares. And this is the Tilda, what are they called? They've just bought a new range about all these, I've gone a blank on what they are. But anyway, they are Tilda basics in all of these plain colours. They're like a shot fabric. And then this is one of each, or one or two of each, in the range of the woodland. So you make that all by hand in just one panel, and then you cut it to shape of the bag. On the sides in the gusset, I've hand quilted that a little bit, just for a little extra detail on there. But you could machine quilt that, or you could not quilt it at all. And then on the front side, we've got again that background fabric, which I can't remember what it's called. You're all going to tell me in the comments. I know you're all going to tell me. And applique and a bit of embroidery. So in the pattern, you get the applique paper. You also get an iron-on transfer. So you transfer that design on there, and it will give you placement guides for the applique, and it will give you the embroidery lines that you do afterwards. So I've used, I think, just 2 colours of thread, variegated thread, and a stem stitch, satin stitch, back stitch, and French or colonial knots. But they're all listed on the stitch guide. So you get colour photos, and you get a design sheet with the stitches that I've used on there, along with the applique paper and the iron-on transfer. So that all comes in the pattern. Also the little handles, just to finish it off with that sort of hand-stitched look, I did a running stitch instead of doing it by machine. I did it by hand and did that running stitch over the handles, so that it's that really sort of quaint, organic hand-stitched bag. If you're not into hand stitching, this one's probably not for you. Some bits can be done by machine, and obviously the construction's done by machine, but there is a lot of handwork in this because I designed it for a weekend gathering where they don't have machines. I also think it would be nice with foam batting, bag batting, even maybe just in the gusset so that it stands up a little more. I've just used an iron-on Helen, a H630 in there, which is like a very lightweight fusible batting. And that does give it some structure, and some people just like having a floppy, soft bag like that. But I've seen some ladies do it with the foam as well, and it stands up quite erect. So that's called 47 Lacey Street. I think we have a few kits left in the original fabrics, or if you love Tilda, you're sure to have some Tilda in your stash, and I'm sure any of them will work. I'm going to say that's chambray, but are they called chambrays? There's a whole range of colours, but anyway, that's the new Tilda ones. So 47 Lacey Street. Hope you love it. I'll put all the links below if you want to find out more.